Well, Level Up, is thriving right now. We hope to even grow even bigger, to create more workshops, more training. We're going to have conferences. We actually have a meeting with someone today to acquire and investigate on how we can acquire a building.
Wow.
In the sense of, so we can have workshops, we can have training, whether it be business, whether it be mentoring, whether it be consulting. Bring also people, speakers, to join Level Up. Right now we're working with lawyers, attorneys, real estate people, restaurant owners, just business in the real estate, but also in just in general, business in general, bringing them together to not just market their brand, but market themselves, help them how to grow and lead, how to make the connections. And I'll say this again, and I hope somebody's listening really good, because, I've learned that in the past 5 years is this, that everyone can communicate, but not everybody can connect. And I go back, that applies to all the areas in our lives. The only way we are going to be able to connect with folks is really reaching out to them, servicing them, bringing the resources, and making something where people can come and get these resources, whether it be like, workshops, trainings, networking events. I've been doing so many through Level Up. We're doing so many network events, business after hours, networking, come and meet, networking / meet and greet. And there are a lot of people are not only just coming and meeting for, business, but friendship, and I tell people like, hey, don't blame me if you find your next wife, girlfriend, fiance, but we've had, live testimonies of, just most recently one that we did, a gentleman wasn't too eager to going because his wife wanted to go to the event. And when he showed up and he had a good time, at the end of the night, he comes and says, hey man, thank you for doing what you're doing, because you don't know that, this guy, the guy with he called him the cowboy. Yeah. He says, I just talked to him. He says, he has a company of cranes and I'm going to meet with him tomorrow. A few days later, his wife calls me and says, Art, we love it. He just made a contract with them without knowing. So I have another saying, always expect the unexpected. Okay. But I would love, and I love to add this, always expect the unexpected from God.
From God. Yeah.
Because it's a true quote.
Yeah, because it's God's hand in your life. They may not identify it as God's hand.
Of course.
Right? Just unexpected. They call it serendipitous or luck.
Correct. Many people have said, Art, you do this. We see you one day you're at the Capitol, speaking at the Capitol up there in Georgia, and then later on we see you with the veterans, feeding the homeless, or we see you, with Keep Hall Beautiful, an organization down up in Hall County where you go and you service and you gather so many people to do city cleanups or feed the homeless, or with restaurants. And my involvement is just always has been about service, serving others. And the day that I'm gone from this earth, I want people to know that I did what I love and I love what I did. And the whole thing has to rely on servicing others.